Now it started.
Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday again.
It is.
Yes, the Wednesday before Christmas.
It is. We are down to the final countdown of
I hope everybody's ready, or
getting there
and if not, we have some helpful hints today.
for those last minute little
Yes,
stockings.
exactly.
But,
Okay,
are you ready?
I'm ready. Announcements.
Okay, we can do that.
We'll go with the announcements.
Let's start with that. So we got some fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. New fabric has arrived. Yes.
It's
lots.
already getting into, because Christmas is kind of,
Yes.
as far as the sewing world is concerned
Yes.
with projects.
We moved on to other things.
Because we
now,
finished
yeah.
those. Because if they're not ready and wrapped under the tree, it's going to be a crazy week.
I once stayed up till 2:00 in the morning on Christmas Eve to finish something for Walt.
Well,
I was younger then. And he was alive.
Addie and those guys are into the D&D, and they're obsessed with dice. And so it's been on my list to do is a dice bag for them. And so we're finally getting to that. And so designing that and getting it all, because I had found a pattern for it, but I really didn't like it at all.
Oh,
it was
okay.
a lot of work. It's dealing with grommets and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's...
Grommets are easier if you have a tool.
Well, I don't.
Oh, I do.
So it just, but it's like, this and that. And I'm like, there's a much easier way to do it. And it was like, this. And I'm like, it's got to be simple. So I've done a simple one. So I did one yesterday and it works. And so now I've got to sew a couple more of those in addition to all my samples for the classes that are coming up. And so it's like, yeah,
Okay.
no rest for the wicked.
Absolutely.
But anyways,
Yes,
new fabric. Okay,
we
hang on. I'm going
have
to flip this
some
around.
fabric.
It's get over there, but we made Savannah not move this.
Yeah.
But look at that!
Told her to
Look,
leave
look,
it.
look! The black stuff.
Yes, it does.
No! Down.
Down.
That one.
The
Isn't
puppies.
that? Isn't
We
that
got some puppies
so
and some
cute?
paws.
And paws.
Woof. Kittens. Oh.
Yeah.
So yes, and that's just a very small
Very, very
sample of
small
what we
sample.
got.
Lots of basics. There was a lot of basics there. There was a line that Carrie was telling about. So the book, Love You to the Moon and Back?
Yes.
So it's not exactly like that, but the theme of it is very similar to that. So if you like there's some really cute stuff there. So yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm going, ooh, I might have some more Christmas because I might sew some stuff for the
I'm seeing
puppies.
some bags for Heidi now that she's got a new puppy. So, make a couple of bags for her.
Well, all the puppy fabric is now sold. Oops.
Yeah, little Luna needs her own little bit,
Yeah.
suitcase.
I'm
or
just thinking the
backpack
stuff
or-
I need, and then this.
That's it. I'm gonna make a backpack for the dog.
Ooh, like I said, the puppy stuff is sold.
Yep,
Deborah and I
there
just
you go.
sold it all.
There you go.
Okay, we
Yeah,
took it.
yeah. There you go. But
Hey,
moving on.
don't tell Kate.
Don't tell Carrie. The Baby Lock Radiance should be due any day.
Yes,
Now, I
we-
know we have some people waiting incredibly patiently for this new machine, and I can't get over how patient they have been.
Yes.
This has been stalled a little bit.
Yes, it's en route,
Yeah.
and it should be here any day.
Yeah.
And in that, we don't want to say a specific day.
No.
Just simply because, 99% of the time, we would be correct. But the one
One
time,
time. We're not going to put it out
So
there
we're not
for
going to,
you,
So any day,
Yeah.
it will be here.
Heads up, we are closed Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and we will close at 1 on Christmas Eve.
And that's all our stores.
Yeah. Yes, every place.
So so Country Folk, Burnaby, and Surrey.
Yeah. And Lori has a list of trade-ins that have arrived.
Yes, so right now there's been a lot of people, I don't know who, are getting some
They're
new machines.
upgrading,
They're
yes,
upgrading, and so
yes.
they're trading in. So we've got a lot of trade-ins right now. So if you are looking at upgrading your machine but can't quite go brand new, we've got some in. So we've got a couple of 550Es. So if you're
Yes.
looking at an good embroidery machine only, that is a great starter machine, or stepping up. Or if you've got like an older one and the hoops aren't quite big enough, this one's got some good size hoops.
You get a nice big
And
hoop.
that.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to try that one. We've got an M7 in. There's a Solaris, again, another embroidery machine.
Yep.
But is that a 2-in-1? Or?
Yes,
That's a
Solaris is
2-in-1.
2-in-1.
So 2 for the price of 1. So you
Yeah,
get a
exactly.
sewing machine and
Absolutely.
an embroidery machine. There's a cover stitch. I think, and Carrie said something about a 6600 in. Not quite on the floor yet, I think.
No, and they will all be serviced, and there is a 1-year warranty on them. Like, they don't leave the store unless they are working the way they're absolutely supposed to work. So trade if you wanted to move up, and that new one was just out of sight.
But
We got trade-ins.
used machines sometimes go really fast.
Yes,
So
yeah.
if you are any on
Yeah.
there, you might want to be, and these are at the Surrey location right
Yes,
now.
yeah. Oh,
So if there's something that you're wanting, you might want to whistle the tushy into the store and check it out.
And grab it, yeah.
And grab it before it's gone, because used previously loved machines, and your new love, tend to go real fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially
Absolutely,
550Es.
Yes, because they are so well priced, and they do such a good job. Like, it's embroidery only, but I'm
And
telling
then
you,
if
it's a
you
great
do, if
machine.
you get into embroidery, then you can start taking my classes and spend more time with me.
Yes.
See how lucky you
Everyone
are?
wants to do that.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right.
Okay. So
Last week we talked about some different stuff. We're gonna kind of go through a few things. These ones are more geared to stocking stuffers, because this is kind of where everybody's at now.
Yeah.
Is just that those last minute things.
Yeah.
So we've got a bunch of stuff that make great stocking stuffers.
yes.
They're relatively inexpensive depending on what you're doing.
But all things that
They're
are
handy and
usable.
you need.
Yes.
So let's start with cleaners.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So as much as we love seeing your machine, which we do for its regular maintenance and everything else like that, there's always maintenance that you're going to be doing along. So there's some great tools. There's a little vacuum attachment so that you can vacuum out if you got a lot of lint in there. But like when you're cleaning your bobbin case, because we all have to do that, there's these little things. Aren't they
They're
cute?
so cute.
Makes it so much easier than in trying to get like a soft cloth in there, because
Yes.
no matter how much there's those little tiny little lints that cloth is just not big
It's
enough.
just, it's
So,
going to miss it. Yeah.
These are really, really, really cute.
In order to get in there,
Okay,
these
how many?
tiny little ones are fabulous because, well, you know what? It's just, there's not a lot of room to get those screws off your needle plate. So these tiny little screwdrivers will do it.
Yeah, those ones, and then for changing your needle, because we all need screwdrivers.
absolutely.
And sometimes
Yeah.
ours goes missing.
Well, none of that happens in my house. But
Well, it might. It's just that you don't have anyone else to blame.
yes, okay, yeah.
Our favorite seam ripper, because you do need to replace your seam rippers. They do get dull.
Dull, yeah.
Some just take longer, and the Clover is one that takes longer too. And you know what? And you can never have too many seam rippers. Like
No, this is true.
in my sewing room, like I've got my sewing machine area, I've got my embroidery machine area, and then I've got my other area where I'm like cutting or whatever. It's nice to have a seam ripper in all of those, because otherwise I'm constantly shifting to. So it's nice to have like a little tool kit that you use at each of those stations.
Absolutely,
A seam ripper
yes.
is one. Little scissors are one that you use at all of them, and that kind of stuff. If you remember a while back, we talked about cleaning your mat. We've got those things, because we've got the little erasers, because those you use them
Yes,
and then they go away.
Yeah, they get used up, so they need to be replaced.
And then there's like
Cleaning
the
your
Jet
wool
C.
mat.
for cleaning. So simply drag the cleaning blade across the surface of your wool mat to remove stray threads. Lint, pet hair. Am I not the only one that has pet hair all over it? I think
No.
I have more pet hair on my wool mat than.
It's a natural fiber.
Yeah. So this is for your wool mat. These are for your cutting mat.
Yes.
But they're still great tools. I need that. Hint,
And
hint.
then
Marking tool, pens.
we have marking tools.
So we
Whatever
have-
type you prefer.
We have such a variety. I just grabbed a few. Like there's the chalk ones with the refillable, like you name it. There's those, and then of course our favorite, the frictions.
The frictions, yeah.
Which I need a whole bunch more because all of mine are dead now because I use them so much because they also work as pens because I knew them as pens beforehand. And so I
Exactly.
use them for everything.
Yes, yes.
So they
'Cause
just-
I do a lot of writing beside my sewing.
Yes.
Ideas or what I did here, the thread I used, or I'm a big one for timing and embroidery design. When you open an embroidery design, it says 25 minutes, but that's not how long it takes.
No.
So,
Basting glue. You need glue. So there's like the glue stick. There's the basting glue for holding those seams temporarily together.
Yeah.
A lot of people use them different ways. So there's that.
and it doesn't stay. Like it will be gone if you just moisten it up or a little bit of water. That glue will go.
Our best press.
I need one of them.
These are all suggestions for us.
Yes.
So you can just phone the store and just sit there and say we'd like to add the following things to their stocking.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that would be greatly appreciated. There's an M17 sitting up there. and
Okay, that's
it's
okay.
lonely.
That does not fit in a stocking. A stocking is like
I could
12
build a stocking that fits in.
Yeah. Okay. Best press. You never have enough of this stuff. This
This is true,
a
yeah,
cute little
yeah.
one that you can just throw in the little stocking and stuff that comes, the different sizes. Our favorite tape.
I love this tape.
This
I love this
is amazing tape. So on your threads that don't have, because a lot of like your smaller spools, they have the little lock.
Yes,
Okay.
but the big ones.
The big ones don't. So these would be like serger threads,
Yep.
embroidery threads, or anything on a comb. It unwinds, and then you get all mess.
and
So
you've lost some of your thread.
yeah. So this stuff, it's tape.
It's tape.
Oh,
and
tape
it clings to itself.
It clings to itself. So you just cut off, and then you wrap it around, and then it keeps things from.
I actually used it to wrap around my power cord when I brought my machine in for service today.
Oh, you can use it on a lot of different things,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's really cool. I think I've gone through several rolls of it. I have a lot
yeah.
of thread, but after a while, it does pick up lint or dog hair, and so you can wipe it and then it'll re-cling. But sometimes is that I have like 3 or 4 spools going, and then it falls on the floor, and I can't find it because it gets swept up. So, anyways, pin cushions. You never have enough pin cushions.
This is true. I use a magnet, but other people, not
have one
everybody
of
likes
these.
the magnet system.
I have one of these owls, and you know what I did is those Velcro command hooks
Yeah.
type things with a Velcro.
Yeah.
So I put Velcro on the end of this one and Velcro the other one on the top of my sewing machine. Make sure you do it out of the way of where your thread does, and then so it sits up on my sewing machine. And so, not that I use a lot of pins anymore because I use the clips, but sometimes you need pins. And then or for those who still like the pins. And so then I put it up there, but I have 2 of these with the Velcro on the bottom. And so then what happens is when it gets all full, I pop that one off, take it over to my cutting table where I do the pinning, and take the empty one and pop it back up on my sewing machine. And so otherwise,
Very good. Very good. Never thought of that.
it was a brilliant idea.
I see a lot of people with things on their machine. Like they've put things on the machine. They put little hooks to hold their little scissors or whatever. And I think to myself, that is such a convenient idea, but I can never bring myself to do it.
The command hook slap, go, pull the little thing, you go, and it goes.
I can't do it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but like I said, you just have to make sure it's not in the way of your thread, because the thread will get caught on the little pins.
Yeah,
so you do that. Yeah, but it just, and then so when I'm running out of pins and then, and I do that now, like with my clips as well. I don't have the command hooks, but I have 2 containers. And so I have a container on my cutting desk where I do my pinning and all that kind of stuff. And then I have another one over by my sewing table or my sewing machine. And then so as I'm pulling them off, they go in that container. And then when that container gets full or the other one gets empty, I switch them. Because the other thing was I was just piling them on my sewing tape or my machine. I just pop them up and then they'd get knocked onto the floor and then I couldn't find them and it just was a big mess. So yeah. That's my organizing tip for you guys.
That is brilliant.
Stocking stuffers and organizing tips. 2 in 1 day.
2 in 1 day.
Ooh, we're not done.
Wow.
The other thing is needles. You can never have enough needles.
This is very true.
Okay. The only thing is you just have to know if you're buying needles for your significant other. Or friend, whatever, do know which brand they like.
Yes.
Okay. So in general, the best way is if it's an Asian machine, you want Janome or the Oregon needles. If they're European, you want Schmetz. Yeah. If you don't know, at least know their brand. Okay. And you can sit there and say, oh, they have a Singer. We'll tell you which brand is preferred. Yeah. If they have a Janome, we'll be able to tell you. So we'll be able to tell you which brand is preferred. But now that being said, some who have Janomes use a Smets because that's what they're used to. Yeah. So take a peeky in where their sewing area is and see what they are. Don't worry about getting fancy needles.
Nope.
Just get universal because they'll use those whatever all the time. So needles, you never have enough needles because one way to avoid an unnecessary
repair is to
change out your
needles.
We have these cute little things in little gifts.
They're adorable.
You know, so it's got the little scissors. It's got
a tape measure.
That's what tape measure.
A thimble.
A thimble.
It's a cutter, I think, and then that is to put needles in.
Oh, to put
like for hand needles.
Yeah, so it's a cute little thing. Yeah. That's a nice little package. The other thing, and we're getting more of these in. These are little handy little pocket guides.
Yes.
And so they're all the basics to get you started. So we've got this one. We've got crazy quilting for beginners, quilt making, all about interfacing, batting. Like there's just a ton of these little things in here.
It covers a lot. And then there's the needle, a needle book. Because, well, there are a lot of needles for a lot of different purposes. So
somebody's messed these up. They're all disorganized. And now my OCD is kicking in, and so now I'm going, I gotta fix this. So we'll just keep talking while I'm organizing this, because
she's going to organize that. We were going to move on to classes.
Oh yes.
Now we have a lot of classes coming up, and there's also a lot that are already full. So also always remember that if you see one and it is full, there is a waiting list option on the website. You can put your name in there. And if we get enough people in the waiting list, we will add another class if it's a possibility. Or even if sometimes we can try to squeeze one more person in.
Yeah, they've done that to me.
I've done it to her.
Yes.
But we've got some really interesting ones coming up this
You can take one more, right? Okay, find one more. Well, since you could take one more, here's 5 more.
Well, I've never done that.
No, they haven't done that. But
you know,
yes.
So Sit and Sew is still a Sit and Sew coming this Monday. And on Saturday, the 28th of this month, there's a simple runner class.
Oh, Brain was looking at ruler. We got a ruler. No.
No. I'm waiting for a ruler class. Trust me,
I know. That's what
I'm working on it. And then in January, I am going through my phone. This is why I'm not looking at you, because I forgot to write it down.
You know what? We got so many. It was just, she was like, it'd be easier to scroll through. So just some quick and easy.
Yes, we've got quite a few of those. Like there's the pillowcases and simple boxes. That's coming up January the 3rd.
If you've been in the store recently, you've noticed that we have some sample cards, up at the front.
Yes.
And so it's a card with a simple project. It lists the supplies needed for that. So you can just pick up the card, pick up the supplies. And then there's a website that if you go there that kind of instructs you on how to make it. We're also going to have classes. So if you kind of looked at that and going, you know what, I'd rather have, because not everyone can just follow along on the internet, because it does jump ahead a little bit here and there. So Anive is going to teach them. So if you liked the pillowcase and you're like, okay, I want to take that, so then you can come in and she'll walk you through it. So you've got that in-person one-on-one, well, not one-on-one, but that help with walking it. So we've got those.
The boxes, that's all the same class. The
Placemat.
6 placemats. This one is very fun. It's kind of like a stack and whack, like you cut them up and then you put them back together. So each placemat is a little bit different, but it's all the same fabric. Because it's not just one. Okay. So, and sit and sew. And starting in January, there's sit and sew on Wednesdays and Country Folk.
Okay. One thing I just do need to point out is you will notice in starting January, there is, if you're looking on the calendar for Kimberbell Club, you will notice that it's not there. Simply because we changed the name of it. What did we change the name of it?
It's called Stitch and Chatter.
Stitch and Chatter? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Stitch and Chatter Embroidery Club. Okay, so it is the same concept as what Kimberbell Club was. You just, for in-person or Zoom, we're not bringing machines. You're going to come in. We are going to talk about the Kimberbell Project of the Month, because Kimberbell changed their projects this year. They're not a different one each month. It is now the mystery quilt.
Yes.
So we will touch on the mystery quilt for that month. If you want to do the quilt, it's not too late to sign up. You can sign up. It is a commitment for the year, but you will only be charged monthly. It's one of those things you're either all in or you're all out. So you sign up at the beginning of the year, and then on the 1st, you will be, your project will be delivered to your Kimberbell account, and you will be charged at that point. So you don't have to pay up front. You'll still pay monthly.
Yeah.
But in addition to touching on that, we are also going to introduce another project that will be free. So you'll need to, if you're in person, you need to bring a USB stick with you to get the design. That some really cute, fun, different designs that we've got. And so, but you want more information, you got to come.
Yes.
And then for Zoom, I think we will try and email it out. Okay. We're still figuring that one out, because some things can be emailed. Some things are just too big, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just the way it is.
There is one spot left in the Kimberbell Clear Blue Tile class for January.
Yeah.
So if anybody's been waiting to take that to help you learn how to work
that one,
those.
yes. So if you've got the clear blue tiles and you want to practice and learn to use them, then you come. If there's something that you are wanting to know more about and try before you buy, because they are an investment. They're not cheap. But they're really good. Like, they are worth it. You can sign up, but you do have to have an embroidery machine. So you have to have the embroidery machine. You can borrow my clear tiles
Oh,
for the class, but you have to let me know. So when you sign up, let us know that you are borrowing the teacher's tiles, because I don't have, it won't work for everybody in the class. So if you have them, you have to bring them. So don't forget them. But I think we can, one or two, we should be able
you
to.
should be able to work with.
So
yeah.
if you are interested in learning more about them, and this is quilting with your embroidery machine, then you can sign up, and then you can get an idea if there's something that you would like to do
Right.
and do with those.
Sounds good. The computer how-to files.
Yes,
how to do. Yes.
Transferring your files from, like, downloading them off the internet. This is again for EMB or embroidery files. Transferring them from, or downloading them from the web, or transferring them from a CD to your computer, then to a USB stick. So we're covering all of that, and it is PC based. If you have a Mac, let us know, because it is PC based.
The Serger classes are starting up again in the new year. The Serger's classes for country folk are in January, and I think it goes into the first week of February. And then for here in Surrey, they're starting in March. I'm going to give it another shot. Hopefully I can actually do the classes this time, and my Serger will be operable,
Yeah.
if that's a word. Because otherwise, I'm going to have to consider getting another Serger. And we have some for people who are getting new machines.
Or you've had a machine for a while and you
haven't used it.
So
we have the Learn to Use Your Sewing Machine classes coming up. Now, if it's a machine that was purchased through us, give us a call and we will book you in, because it's no charge for the class. If you have purchased it elsewhere, you can book that online and you can pay online for the class. And
I think we filled them up with classes. There's lots more on the website.
Absolutely, because it's just this coming semester, for lack of another word.
We have a lot of classes.
Yes, we have a lot of
and
classes.
I haven't even got most of mine in.
I have a list myself that I'm already in. So, because this is going to definitely be a learning and a completion year for me. So, I'm at this point, I'm only planning on starting one new project, and that is because I was so stressed about getting my grandson's graduation quilt done last year. Although Micaiah only turns 14 in January, I'm starting hers. I am not.
You need to do that. You need to do that. I have a quilt that I'm working on for a friend. It's a baby quilt. I started it when her little one, I think, was just born or just before she was born. She started kindergarten, and I'm only halfway done. Well, I just have so many things that it just. And then I'm keep looking at that fabric, and I'm going, okay, I've got like 7 projects I want to do with that. Remember
Eve's organizational class that we had on Customer Appreciation Day, but one of the very first quilt I ever made was a stack and whack that I took with Cindy, and was making it for Walt. It's not done. Well, he's not going to get it. I'm going to end up giving it to my grandson, I guess, because it's all cars and stuff. But so you know what? You want to get them done in a shorter time span than this. So
yes, I know she said only have 12 projects, but the thing is, I do. I only have 12 of my projects and 12 of my class projects.
Well, so like I think if you're an instructor here, or those two things can be separate, because they are. It's different. It's totally different. Myself, I don't instruct because nobody wants to take that class, but I am going. This is the year that I'm going to get it workable. I have 3 or 4 hoop sisters. that they just need to be put together. All the blocks are done. There's something about me and the embroidery machine watching the block come together. I love doing that. The putting them together, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
But anyway,
All
I'm
right.
getting to it.
So
And that's it.
that's it. So next week when you see us, it'll be Christmas.
Yes.
And then the week after that, it's New Year's.
That's right. And we will be into 2025.
Wow.
I know. Wow.
I know. So we're going to have to come up with some ideas for 2025. We should maybe, it's going to be fun.
Yes. Yes. Maybe we'll, spice it up a bit or I don't know. Oh, Jen said I was supposed to show everybody my Christmas earrings.
Oh.
See, I'm not adverse to Christmas stuff, just not doing the Christmas sweater and clothing thing. I love Christmas.
Yes. All right.
Okay, that's
we will
it.
talk with you later.
Everybody have a good week.
Have
We'll see you next
a
week.
non-stressful get ready for Christmas
There
week.
you go. Yes.
Okay.
It's doable. Bye.
Bye.